Alright, I'm going to talk about Wildcat forming again because my last video wasn't very detailed on, like, visually detailed, so I'm just going to go over quick how to form a case. This is a 280 Remington case, and I have a rifle that's in the works that's a 6.5 280 RCBS, so it's a 280 case, neck down to 6.5 or 264, and then the shoulder angle is blown out and the case body's blown out. So my other video I kind of briefly went over it. It ended up being a long video, but I'm going to try and do some more visual stuff here. So this is a 280 case. It's been fired. It was a piece of range brass I picked up, so it's just for demonstration. So this is case. I'm gonna start out, and this hasn't been touched yet. I deprimed it. That's about it with my universal deprimer. So I'll just spray some lubricant on there, and this is just a demonstration, of course. So I like that spray-on stuff. Works real well, and it's good to go. So I'll try and zoom up quick. So there we go. That is just a basic 280 case, and I got a die here that's set up for neck it down to 6.5. So alrighty, so it's in there. It's ready to go. I got the right shell holder, so I just run it in there, take it out, and if you can see that, there's a little bit of a false shoulder right here. It's kind of hard to see. Now I'll grab my rifle like I talked about before, and this is a rifle that's been chambered for this round. So this is an empty case, of course. So I'll put it in there, close it, and it's pretty tight. I can't really move it down at all, so that means I gotta bump it back a little more. So I'll take my die, crank it down just a little, maybe a quarter turn, and it still should have lubricant on there, so I'll just run it in again, and I bump that shoulder back a little further. So I'll pop it in and then close it. And it's pretty snug. So, in looking at the case, I can see it's pushing back on the false shoulder. So I'll tighten this down just probably another half a turn or so. Run it in there. And then we try it one more time. So this is kind of a trial and error thing when you first set this up. So there it closes nice, and there, once I get part way to the bottom, it tightens up. So there I got a nice tight case in my chamber. I know the back of the case is butted up against the face of the bolt, and the front end, that false shoulder that we made from necking that down from 280 down to 264 is enough to hold that case back and then hold it forward. So when you fire form, it's going to be nice and tight in there, and you're going to get a nice tight fire on there. So, or a nice tight case, so you know you're going to get a good fire form. So these are some ones that I made up before, and these I neck turned. So that's what it looks like. You see the shoulder angle is the standard 280 shoulder angle. So anyways, once you're to this point, and like I said, you don't have to neck turn, but I did these. So then you load it up like you normally do, full charge, and then you fire it. And once you fire it, your case gets formed out. Alright, so here's the case on the left is the one I just formed, necked a 280 case down to 264, And as you can see, right about there, there's a false shoulder, and that allows that case to fit tight into my chamber. And then on the right here, this is the case after it's been fire formed. It's been shot. This case has probably been shot 3-4 times out of this rifle. As you can see, the shoulder angle's been increased to 30 degrees from the original. I think the 280 is like a 17 or something like that. And then also the body of the case up in this area has been blown out this way and of course this way. So it's wider. So anyways, I get more case capacity out of it. It's kind of like an Akeley improved, but it's not. So that's basically it. That gives you a little more of a visual of fire forming and kind of how to do it. So there you go.